This might be one of my favorites, other than the whole pyramid thing, because I like that for very different reasons. But I think Eric makes a good point here, and well, you'll understand what I'm talking about here. He models good behavior, not only for theists, but for the audience that watched this clip.
I was talking to someone who was a young Earth creationist and also a Christian, you know, obviously a pretty devoted Christian. And I had started modeling the importance of saying, I don't know, to things. He was a friend of mine, and so if I didn't know something, I was very quick to be like, oh shit, I don't know this thing. Let's find out together, right? The most intellectually honest thing that you can do is say, you don't know. That way you open yourself up to learning new things. And so the day came when I asked him.
Bring him along with you.
Stuff like that, yeah. And you know what he did? He said,
what?
I don't know. He said, I don't know. And you know what? He came to a really shitty reason afterward. But the fact is he started.
He said, I don't know.
Exactly.
Wow, that's a step.
Well,
yeah.
I would call that atheistic conditioning.
I like it.
I don't know how I feel. No, I'm just kidding. I do know how I feel about this clip. I don't know is a super important thing, and people would get over themselves a lot if they would accept it. This is one of those times I want to get up on my soapbox a little bit here, though, because this is a place where I see the atheist community not doing great either. There's a lot of atheists who are wonderful skeptics and that don't have this problem, but there's also a decent portion. Some of them are some of the people we give platforms and voices to and love to listen and watch that also have a problem with saying, I don't know. And I don't know doesn't mean I don't know, so I must default to your position. It can mean I'm still skeptical, or I'm still learning, or I still even veer toward this position over here. But there is a lot of problems with I don't know on both sides. However, I will say I think the religious side of it's worse because it's when they see an I don't know, they go, let's inject God and let's come up with what the answer is because nobody else has a better answer. And that's not any way to truth.
So when you say I don't know, it does say something about your character. I just think that there are misunderstandings about what it really means about you. I think that people think that when someone says I don't know, it means that they're like submissive, or they're just admitting defeat, or maybe they're not intelligent, or they're not researched, you know, they're not studied up on these issues. Really what it says about your character is that you're humble enough to say, and you're secure enough to be able to say, yeah, like I won't speak on that. I don't have to be arrogant and peacock my knowledge on this. You can just admit where you don't know things, be honest about it. I think that people saying I don't know is one of the most admirable actions you can possibly take within a discussion like this. And the fact that Eric is doing that to model it, I mean, to me, that's really impressive. And I really respect that Eric does that. I try to do the same thing, but I think you're right. I think that too many people on obviously the religious side, but on the atheist side too, there are too many people that refuse to say I don't know when they really don't. We need to let everyone know it's okay to just say you don't know when you really don't.
Absolutely. And to stop assuming that any answer is better than no answer. If there's an I don't know, whatever you can pull out of your ass is not better than that person's I don't know.